So, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Cloud Native Day Tel Aviv 2019. I want you to give yourselves a round of applause for coming out today. Really appreciate it. These types of things tend to happen in Israel from time to time. It's not common, but we really appreciate your making the effort and coming out. We hope that people will continue to come and that the event will be excellent because we have really a great lineup. So I really want to say a big thanks to our sponsors. They're the ones who help make this event happen. This is an event that is by the community, for the community. It's volunteer run. And so when sponsors, help us make this event happen, they make this community happen. So put your hands together for our sponsors. I really appreciate every single one of them. Next, IBM, JFrog, MySQL, Linovate, Zadara, Cloudify, and OpsSchool. Thank you so much for helping make this event happen. But we also couldn't do it without our volunteer organizers. A big, big, big round of applause to Elizabeth Tyrolson, who helped put this event together, made it happen. Without her, it wouldn't be possible. Arthur, myself, and Avner Algon from IGT Cloud, and these three companies who put their human resources on this event to help us make it happen. So many, many thanks. I would like to also thank AppsFlyer for giving me the mandate and letting me do these things for the community. I think it says something about the company. I also want to remind you that this isn't just one day a year. We have the meetup group, we have Avner's meetup group, we have the Cloud Native Israel meetup group. There are always events, there are always things happening, and you're always welcome to join us. A community is not something that happens once a year. It's something that we like to keep on going, so please do get involved, suggest talks, see whatever it is that you want to do. We're always open and always looking for new opportunities to bring everyone together. I also want to welcome our speakers from abroad who came a long way just to share from their knowledge and wisdom with you. So Kat from JFrog, Pini Resnick right here, Nestor from Sysdig, Vittorio and Leon Adato. Please thank them for coming out, especially on this somewhat harrowing day. We really appreciate your making the effort. That's a lot, but just so you have a snapshot of what's going on, we're going to have a few opening talks, and then we're going to split to tracks. At the same time as tracks, there's going to be an excellent workshop happening by AWS. After lunch, another workshop from IBM Red Hat, and then an excellent panel led by Rona Segev from TLV Partners, and some awesome Ignites. So it should be a good event. We're hoping more people will start coming out. Don't fret, it'll be a good one. And just to remind you that DevOps Days Tel Aviv is also coming. It's a sister event to this one. It's the mirror of this event. So if this is about the tooling, that one's about the processes, the architecture, the systems. So definitely join us December 18th, 19th at Expo Tel Aviv, assuming there are no security situations. So without further ado, I would like to welcome Reshef to the stage just to give a few opening words and kick the day off.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome. My name is Reshef. I'm the CTO and co-founder at AppsFlyer. Yeah, these are strange days. What I'm going to say next is only going to work in Hebrew, so I apologize ahead for the English-speaking crowd. I'm sure that בטוח שזה הולך להיות יום טיל. Okay, and I'm going to make an argument today that being cloud native is actually a cultural decision of your organization. And let's talk a bit about company culture. Company culture is quite an elusive term. I think that there is no clear definition that everybody would agree on about what a company culture is. But I came to think about it with myself and got to a definition that I'm pretty happy with. You might agree with me, you might not. But I think that company culture is a small set of principles and questions that just by thinking about them or asking these questions to yourself, you are going to optimize the answers to the right direction, which is the more positive one for your organization, for yourself. At AppsFlyer, you can take a look at these two examples as part of our principles for the culture. One of them is being customer obsessed, which means that you should keep the best interest of your clients. The other one is asking yourself the question, how proud are you to be at AppsFlyer? And just by asking yourself this question, you are probably going to optimize it to the more positive direction, which means to make yourself prouder. It serves as a sort of a decision-making framework, which means that if I'm in front of a situation and I have option A and option B, and option A, for example, if we relate to the previous slide, would make me less proud, and option B is going to make me more proud, then it's an easy one. I'm going to select option B. And this also helps with autonomy, because whenever a person in an organization is in this kind of a situation, this is something that he can use in order to make a decision. Is it according to the values, the questions that we defined as the company culture, or not? And by that, it saves the need to escalate things to management, and this person can take the decision on his own and be pretty sure that he's going to do the right thing. Now, one thing about company culture. You can have all these nice words and values and posters hanging on your walls on the office, but the actual culture of your organization is going to be defined by the people inside your organization, which means that it is going to be defined by who you hire, who you fire, and who you promote. Now, engineering organizations have cultures of their own, just like companies and the companies that they belong to. When we started growing the team and hiring more engineers and defining how we are going to work, it was clear to us that this kind of situation is something that we want to avoid. And I'm sure that a lot of us have been in these kind of situations where R&D and operation throwing the responsibility between them. So we defined implicitly and explicitly some values that we want to work according with. Accountability, for example, quality, rapid deployment, stability of the system, all make sense, these among others. And if you take a close look at all of these, you see that there is common ground to all of them. All of them are invariants. And this is something that we started using more in the terminology inside AppsFlyer. What invariants are? These are things that are never going to change. And if you take a look at all of these are things that you always want more of. Nobody is going to come to you in the future and say, I want the team to be less accountable, or let's make the platform less stable, or of a lesser quality, or we are moving too fast with releasing products to the market. Let's slow down a bit. You always want more of this. And if you are going to keep these values and move forward them, well, with the technologies that we have nowadays, this is going to lead you to be cloud native. And this is why I claim that cloud native is a cultural decision of your organization. Now, it's not that you have to select all the tools and become cloud native right from the start. This is an iterative process of using what makes sense to you. If you take a look at the evolution that we went through in AppsFlyer, first of all, we started using the cloud. It was part monolith, part traditional application, and when business complexity grew, we started breaking it into more and more microservices. Then we adopted DevOps practices. After that, we added CI/CD when the system grew and there were more servers to manage. And when containers entered the market, we quickly adopted them. And this is an iterative process, as I said before. This is being familiar with what's new to the market, what tools are being introduced, and adopting what makes sense to you. And remember, there are no silver bullets, not even Kubernetes. Yeah, nothing is going to solve all your problems. And there is a quote that I really like. by the arguably the best boxer of all times, Mike Tyson. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And this is something that you should remember when you have a plan, trying to think that a certain tool is going to solve all your problems. You have to keep a critical mind when you select the tools that are going to build your technology stack. And to sum it up, in order to build the right culture, whether it is in the entire company or your organization, in engineering organization, identify your invariants, and by that, define your values. Thank you.